Yeah, I'll just follow up quickly on that binding term, because I'll quote what the Health Minister said last week. Together we have made considerable progress in our shared ambition towards a set of binding international commitments for pandemic prevention, preparedness and response. So, to me, if it's binding, you lose your sovereignty. I mean, they're mutually exclusive. If you bind yourself to something, it's either one or the other. I mean, I agree with you. Like, technically, treaties, we haven't given up our sovereignty because sovereignty rests with the Parliament. But when the Health Minister then goes over to Switzerland and starts using the words binding, that kind of contradicts the idea that we're going to make the decisions here rather than over in Switzerland.
Just before you answer, I just note we've got media in the room. Are witnesses and senators happy for photos to be taken? Thank you very much. Subject to the usual.
Only the good ones.
If you could get a flattering angle of all, that would be appreciated by the committee. Just subject to the usual protocols and requirements of media in the room for estimates committees. Mr. Hawkins. Oh, Professor Kelly, sorry.
Well, just again, Senator, thank you for your question. As I was in the room, I think we've answered that earlier, that the term binding, and the Secretary also mentioned this in other fora, is a term for how we deal with these type of global approaches. There's absolutely no question, and I think we've been pretty clear on that, that there is a process that has to be undertaken, including parliamentary scrutiny and the other things that Mr Hawkins has mentioned, before this enters into an actual binding agreement. The important thing, though, is just to go back to the principles of what we're trying to do here, is to have a global approach agreed across the nation by 194 member states of WHO to do something together. And it's really boils down to the things that Mr Hawkins has said. It's about, if you have a problem that could be a problem for everyone else, tell people and make sure you've got a system to be able to find it and to respond appropriately within here. And I think that's an expectation of a sovereign nation like Australia, that we would have that, and we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Authorised G. Rennick, LNP Chermside.